How y'all doing? It's the usual open stream. I'll drop the link. There you go, folks. Come up for conversation, music, perhaps videos. That's all I'm here for today. Just to kind of hang out. And then tonight, I'll be doing the Friday night free-for-all thing, which is another open panel, just a little more loose, a little less focused. Today, this morning, I'd really like to have a conversation about actual things. So if you come up, try to come up with a specific question, a specific topic. Tonight, there'll be plenty of time to chit-chat, but I want to make the most of this one. In fact, I can turn to Charlie for some topics. Hey. Hey.
Hey there. What's on your mind today?
I want this to be like a very conversation-focused stream. So I want people to come up with specific topics or questions. What are some things to get us started?
Absolutely.
Either themes or topics or question clusters.
For sure. Let's throw out a few idea clusters to get that conversational flow going. You could ask people to share something quirky they've learned recently, or maybe toss out a theme like, what's a life lesson you learned the hard way? Another cluster could be about future dreams, like asking everyone where they'd love to travel if they had no limits. These kinds of topics usually get people chatting and sharing stories pretty easily.
All right. Well, thank you, Charlie. We might check in later. Okay. So I guess just come up and talk about whatever you want. Just try to make it a little deeper than just surface chit chat, and I'll help with that. I'm pretty good at like taking conversations apart and going to the next layer. I love to do that kind of stuff because there's always more in there. You can take the most ordinary conversation, just two people at a bus stop waiting on a bus. They chit chat for 30 seconds. You could take that. You could even run it through an AI now, and it'll show you as well. But you could you can do so much with that little snatch of conversation. Or I could probably. Hang on. I'm getting a social media message. Hang on. So yeah, just come up and talk. Let me think. You know what I'll do? I'll do a check-in. We'll start there. Give me 1 second. What the hell? Why is it not? I'm trying to social media and do the chat. I mean, the show at the same time. So, what am I doing? Oh, yeah, a check-in. Okay. Well, mentally, I can tell you right now, very distracted. Presence. I'm trying to be present, and I'm just not. My mind is elsewhere. And you know what? Another thing I forgot. I was at the store today, and I specifically went out with this in my head. Look for antler stuff, reindeer things, lights, glow sticks, pick all of that up. I went to a large grocery store. Totally forgot. And I'll tell you why, because when I was in the grocery store, my mind was on grocery. I wasn't thinking about any of that stuff, even though it was in my head when I left the house. I don't know if that's the ADHD or if normal people's brains work that way too, but I completely switched tracks in the grocery store and the lights and the antlers were not on it. So I'm going to go out probably today or tomorrow and shop because tomorrow I want to do antler night. So show up with your antlers, your reindeer gear, anything fun, lights, glow sticks, that kind of stuff. All right. Okay, check in. Physically, I'm okay. I'm kind of energized because I had to go out this morning and run a few errands. So I feel like my day got started. I tend to get lazy when I don't have anything to do. Like that's what was so good about having that job because it kept me on a schedule, it kept me on a routine, it kept me motivated. And now that I don't have that anymore, it's easy to kind of just sink into the couch and make excuses. But today I broke out of that gravity. I got shit done. So I feel active, energized. I'm ready to stream. I just don't feel present because I'm mentally distracted. Let's see emotionally what's going on. A little bit of chaos, a little bit of uncertainty, like vague, nothing specific, just vague. It's probably just the emotions doing their thing, just flopping and flying around in there. Not any kind of strong, intense emotions. They're just it's it's the water, it's the vibe thing. They're just sloshing around gently, like on the gentle cycle. Mentally, I cannot stay focused on anything today. I don't know why. Maybe I I don't know. I had a lot to keep track of this morning, something, but I'm trying to be here. I'm trying to be mentally here. So let's go to spiritual because maybe if I can tap into spiritual, that'll help me be mentally here. Spiritually grounded, spiritually centered. Is that something? I don't feel anything. Spiritual, like I don't connect to anything. I do feel a little more grounded. So I'll try to focus more. So anyway, that's my check-in for today. Feel free to come up and do one of your own or chat, bring a topic. I'm still on that pre-Socratic, pre-natural philosophy, Greek religious kick. Dionysus, Bacchus. There's so much of our modern culture, I think, that's still rooted in that or that paradigm. Because the paradigm was only relevant because it's contrasted with it was in the context of a rapidly civilizing culture. Because they had those type of primitive religions all over the place. But it's only when it becomes in tension with individuals who are civilizing and adopting to the new norms, civilizing in feeling as well as in behavior. That's such an important distinction for me. Because growing up, I never had a problem with school. I mean, I didn't like going to school. I thought it was boring. I was bored at school. And we're talking the early grades, like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. School for me was I got to see my best friend. We got to play because we would act out these superhero stories on the playground for recess, and they were always like continuations of each other. So we got to do the latest story. We got to play games with the kids. It was really all about recess. I liked my teachers. I was just bored with the material. So class for me was not anything to look forward to other than I got to see my friends. So school for me was like a social, I guess, like hanging out on YouTube. But I didn't have a problem following the rules and behaving in class and doing what I was supposed to. I bought into it emotionally as well as behavior wise. So I complied with what was asked of me behavior wise because believe it or not, I was a good kid growing up. Like I didn't go out of my way to cause trouble. I was still trouble sometimes, but not intentionally. The teachers liked me. In a lot of classes, I was teacher's pet. And then I was in Boy Scouts and I bought into all of that. Like, oh, we get to help people and do things for the community and learn things and support each other. So I emotionally bought into all of that. It wasn't just performative. The altar boy thing, I was very active in the church, the choir. I bought into the whole Catholic story. So I guess whatever I was involved in, if it, or let's say this way, I guess I could only be involved in things that I emotionally bought into in the first place. So if something didn't emotionally capture me, I didn't overinvest in it, but I could perform it as needed. And I think with a lot of people, they've learned to do the performative stuff. They've learned how to get through school by delivering the behavior that was expected of them, but they didn't psychologically internalize the story for themselves or adopt it as values of their own. And so I think that's where we see a lot of this hostility against the system or against authority. Because I think some people are still wild and feral inside, and they still want to live that way. And that's what this Dionysian religion spoke to and why it was able to grow to the extent it did. It became a very important part of Greek culture, sometimes even officially, eventually turning into what we know today as drama. Our modern drama is pretty much Greek drama in form. And that rose out of the Dionysian festivals. And so there's that part of us that doesn't want to live under anyone else's rules, even if it's for the good of society or ourselves, because we benefit by keeping society going too. But part of us wants to be wild. When I was in the men's movement back in the 90s and on, it was all about the wild man. It was Iron John, Robert Bly, Joseph Campbell, recapturing the wild man. We went out in the woods. We did retreats, weekends. We had drums and body paint. And the men's movement now is all about sensitivity and vulnerability and connecting with your brothers, which we did all that too, but we didn't lose the wild man in the process. And I think the wild man, at least that particular men's movement, gave a space, a context for the wild man where they could give it meaning. I think we still have the wild man with us, but it's been downplayed, reframed, toxic masculinity. Men are more stigmatized now. But and I was very strong. I still do strongly identify with the wild man, but I've never struggled with the civilizational side of me either. I have no problem participating in structures and institutions that keep society going. It's a great privilege to be able to do that. I'm very emotionally invested in that particular story. Somehow, like growing up, and I still say, I'm sure scientists will study this somewhere in the future. Schoolhouse Rock those little cartoons that would play on Saturday morning, and they'd have songs to them. We'd sing them at school. They really made America seem special. And what a great place you're living in. What an amazing opportunity. What a unique time in history. It's a big experiment. It's still going 200 something years later. I know we have the 250th anniversary coming up. And when I was in the first grade, that was the bicentennial. I remember it. 1976, because it was 200 years from 1776. So the whole first grade was very patriotic. They were really pushing that bicentennial theme. It was on the news. I think Jimmy Carter might have been involved somehow, or Gerald Ford, or whoever was that year, because I think it was an election year. But I remember all that. I remember in the first grade, the United States being celebrated for making 200 years. And to a first grader, that was like 2 million years. And so I always grew up feeling proud to be in America. I wanted to do my part for America. I grew up with all of those feelings. I still have them. My beef has never been with the system or the government or America or even people in power, because I know that those change. We can change those, and we do all the time. I've had frustrations and complaints with incompetent bureaucracies and ineffective systems, and systems that are there supposedly to get something done, and that thing doesn't get done for very easy, fixable, obvious reasons. But I never felt like it was intentional or set up against me. So I guess this is a big, long monologue about how much I love America, how great I think it is. And in order to be truly civilized or appreciate civilization, I think you have to be civilized emotionally into it, as well as just behaviorally, which was the point that Russell made in that passage. All right. Why don't we switch vibes? I don't think we have any new. No, we did the rock one last night, Freedom Tales. All right, well, I'm just going to enjoy the vibes for a little while. We could check in on the news. I saw something about the Brown suspect. They found him dead. And the Epstein files this is their deadline for releasing. So I don't know what that's going to mean for the internet today. But that is all I see. It's kind of quiet, actually. It seems like we go from burst of violence to just quiet. We have some wars going on. Ukraine, Israel. But I'm really not sure what's going on. It just seems business as usual. All right, we have a guest, a very low drama, respectful, well-behaved guest. Welcome, Brown's boy.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is your channel?
How's it going?
Find it. It's going good. I'm just
sorry. Hold on, My car door was frozen shut there.
Lord.
What's going on?
Is it snowing where you are?
Dude, it is so cold, and yes, it is snowing.
You're in your car?
I came out to it to get oh, here it is. To get two things of importance. One being a pen, since it's the only pen I know where it's at, because I got to write some stuff and go over some stuff. But also, there's some Reese's peanut butter cups in there that are nice and frozen now.
Right.
So,
oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it was worth the trip.
Yeah, I like to just like throw candy around everywhere. So wherever I'm at, it's just like, oh, there's some candy. No, I'm just
like
kidding.
a parade.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
It's like every day I'm like trick or treating.
Tricking, at least, or treating. Mostly tricking. What is your channel? I cannot seem to find it. I want to drop it. Oh, is that a Greek letter B at Brown? I forgot. I don't have to drop channels anymore. YouTube puts the channel name.
It's actually, I think it's a Greek letter S. I could be wrong or something.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm up, dude. I'm up to like 42 subscribers, and I ain't even have no content yet.
That's pretty impressive. From just, I still can't find your channel because I don't know how to type that letter.
Oh, here, actually, I might have it. Do I have it saved? No. I can't exit out of this.
So easy to find. It's good. How much? 40 something?
It's all good. It's 42. So I think if you type at Browns Boy, it might pop up. I'm not sure.
Well, there is a
Browns Boy channel.
Like Cleveland Browns. Like it's some fan of the Cleveland Browns.
No, I got like yeah. Oh yeah, that letter does throw it off for sure.
Yeah.
If what you got to do is hold. I think you got to hold down S, and then it'll give you like different versions of the letter S, and then you just pick the one that looks like it. Maybe I'm not sure.
Just putting a bunch of S's across the screen. Let's see. Well, while I figure it out, what's up?
Just.
Do you have a link? Just drop it in the back, and I can grab it from there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't do it because if I leave this screen, it'll just kick me out. But I guess I could do that and then come back in like a minute. I could do that.
You could do it in Discord. Is that easier?
It's the same thing either way. I'd have to come back because I have to leave the screen. Not very. I'm actually not very tech advanced.
What is the letter in? Let's see.
It's an S. It's an S.
It's not showing up though in the alphabet chart I'm looking at.
Crazy, bro.
Unless it's just a stylized sigma. Let me try that. No, I'm getting all kind of weird stuff. Oh, gross.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
So what's up?
Oh, not much, man. I'm about to make my second coffee here. And like I said, I got to go through this list of what I've got going on tonight and try to make it like somewhat organized, more organized than it is. But yeah, I don't want to get too much into it because I gotta. Oh, it's about some of the panel actors. I'll just leave it there for now. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is this on your channel?
But I heard what you're talking about with the American.
Yeah.
200 years. Pretty
Proud to be an
interesting.
American. Sorry to all you Canadians
Proud to be an American,
out there.
where at least I know I'm free.
That was good. That might even get me copyright.
Really? Do you really know that? Thanks, man. Yeah, I've been practicing all day.
Yeah, you definitely
I like
sound
that.
like
I like that song's easy. That song's easy to sing. It's kind of the same notes as what's that Disney movie with the Lion King, where it's like
Katuna
the
Matata.
I don't know. Nah, not that. It's I don't know what they're called. It's when the it doesn't matter. I should know it because my brother used to, when we were young, bro, he used to put that thing on repeat like 24/7.
Yikes. What a way to grow up. Well, if I can find Brown's channel, you know what's weird? You're not even showing up on YouTube. Type something in the chat. Are you able to do that?
Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe you can somehow check it from that. Let me type something. I'm gonna type shit.
Because for some reason, I can see everyone else, but your name is not showing up. But I can see you on StreamYard. Oh no, I mean type it in the YouTube chat.
Oh,
but actually, I got the letter. No, I got the letter I need. That's perfect. All right, YouTube. Do you think?
Oh shoot, TML's in the chat. All right, and Shift.
Hey,
Shift is funny, man.
And hey, TML. Why isn't it coming up? Yeah, all right, all I have to do is put it after YouTube. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get this. It says this page is not available. Is it under another name?
Here, let me try to join the chat. If this kicks me, just give me a second. It might kick me. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
All right. It's making me sign.
Oh, I wonder if
I don't know what that's going to do.
Because YouTube has you as not existing, but somehow you exist.
Oh, they'd be a bunch of liars, man. Of course I exist. I'm right here.
You're showing up on StreamYard.
Right. Okay. So
are you under a different
almost
account?
Through this
you have a
thing.
K as your letter.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I don't know how.
That's what it is. I don't think Brown's Boy exists.
I mean, that's what my tag is. My @ is at Browns Boy, and so is my actual chat name. So it's.
But it's coming up as this channel, like a 404 or something. The channel does not exist.
Yeah. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. We don't have to drop it because it's too. I mean, if I leave right now, I could just come back in 1 minute with the channel. Should I just do that, or should we just not? Doesn't really matter.
My brain wants to say yeah, because that way it'll stop playing on my brain. But what do you?
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Like ultimately, I think it's better to have the channel, especially if you have something going on tonight. I can wait.
Sorry, man, my phone broke up. Is it okay if I just come back in one? Okay.
Yeah, just come back. Colt, the problem is it is not showing up. His name is not showing up on YouTube. Like I can see you, I can see Shift, but I cannot see him at all. And when I'd manually type it into the URL, it gives me a channel not, let me see. Oh, he came back. Okay, I got it now. Browns, you can come back. It worked. Oh, okay. It's the big actor, the big reveal, the actor expose. I've already admitted to y'all have caught me acting on here before, acting the fool. I'm doing it right now. So that's happening tonight at 7:30 Eastern, which is like 4:30 my time. For some reason it showed up. So problem solved. But he's like his channel showed up. He's still not showing up in the chat, other than on StreamYard, but I can't see him on YouTube. So yeah, America, woo, or whatever country you're in, whatever religion, whatever, however you got civilized, those of you that did, the prison system, the street gangs. I was also thinking of, oh, in fact, I asked Charlie this and I forgot to get the answer. Like places where we currently see that kind of Dionysian energy breaking through. And in my generation, Gen X, it was definitely the rock culture. We're pretty much a Dionysian generation. We had our rock music and then later on our raves. But then today, I think we see it a lot at these street protests and these like public performance art spaces and whatever energy they're working off of down there. I mentioned things like Mardi Gras. Burning Man used to kind of be until it got co-opted and gentrified, bougified. Rallies, sometimes festivals in places that know how to do festivals. Here's a good one. Definitely, especially if you're an LSU fan, tailgating. Tailgating is pretty much the modern Dionysian ritual. And then they even say they have digital versions like the Bloodsport channels, the drama channels, how people bond, they come together, the boundaries dissolve between them when they're immersed in the same drama. Drag, game nights, psychedelics. Interesting. Yeah, you can come back up. I got it a few seconds after you left. TML, is that the same thing that's on his channel at 7:30? Or is that something separate? Here, I guess I'll drop your channel too. I'm so used to dropping channels. Even though people can get it for themselves now. There's TMLs. Oh, yeah, I was reading about those and Orphism and the influence on Plato and philosophy, which then influenced some of the development of Christianity. All right, welcome back.
Yo, so did you find it? It looked like you found it.
Tonight, is that when the actors get exposed?
7:30 EST, Friday night, December 19th.
Roughly how many actors are there? Like, how long do you expect the show to be?
I think maybe about like 2-3 hours.
Oh, look, that many. That's.
I mean, if like people, yeah, kind of. I mean, if people, because you know how people are, they show up and they want to talk and they want to say what's on their mind about something, and sometimes it's to derail, you know, but not always. So I think.
Oh yeah,
people want to.
I do know. I think no.
Exactly. So, I don't know. I feel like there will be some participation by other people, but if not, that's cool too. I mean, as long as people, I don't know, as long as people You know, as Jack Talcott puts it, they get to receive what they receive.
Yes, yes. That's kind of my ethos here as well. Okay, well, I guess I don't know if I look forward to it, but I'll peek in on it.
Yeah, because it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Are you using AI in any of it?
No, not that I'm aware. No, not me. No, I don't
You
think
can
there's
make
any
like
AI.
little graphics of the Scooby-Doo kids, like pulling people's mask off as you reveal the actors. Shaggy will come out and grab their AI face and pull it off.
Right.
There's a lot of paranoia to go around.
Oh, I know.
It's really hard to localize it into one person.
Right. Exactly.
And I don't know why, because there's never been a more transparent way of interacting than this. And the paranoia is even more, not less. What were you to say?
I just never have I never looked at transcripts, right? Like I've never done it where but I do know that a lot of people do it. Like maybe you know, so there's information out there that one of these people around here can't get enough of the AI reviews, and they can't, you know, they have so many gems or whatever they're called that try to, like, there's a person out here that's extracting as much physical information as they possibly can, but when they come on screen, they're just, all they do is present lies. So it's very interesting dynamic that would be happening from that perspective. Or, you know, I'm thinking through their eyes, like, why would you come around and just tell lies and then and then extract a bunch of information on people? I don't know, you know.
I guess that's something you plan to explore tonight on your show.
Yeah, that particular segment is going to be 10 minutes.
Oh, I would show up to see that. I would show up to see it be only 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward too. And it's you know, people decide where there's opinion and where there's fact. You know, I think there's a lot of fact in what's being shown there.
I'm looking forward to that, especially the facts. Welcome, TML.
Greetings.
Greetings.
What's up?
Give me 1 second here.
Sure. Robo opticals or Metacraft? What is that?
Right.
What's optical?
It's like Medium is the message, but an upgraded version.
What is the medium now that we have AI and everything's merging together?
The robo opticals, right? They are
the
medium.
robo because it's you can't even tell where the human ends and the machine begins anymore.
Right, exactly. So the machine is watching us watch the machine. Right? So it just is. All right. This is what's happening. But yeah.
So you're doing a show tonight too?
Oh yeah. Well, actually, you know, this was Brown's Boy's idea. It's a continuation of a series I invented called Made by Machine Bob, where we basically explore this concept of robo-opticals or Metacraft by candidly actually, you know, commenting on the various characters that exist, right? So we just objectively comment on their behavior, right? And sort of their motives or what they seek to accomplish in the space, right? So it is really just a series of very objective, almost boring commentaries, right? But it does get a lot of traction. It gets more traction than my regular show, right? So
that's kind of like the drama lab we do here, where we try to analyze it. So the observation part's easy because everything's captured on stream, so y'all could just replay streams. But the motive part would still be speculation.
Not really. When there's layers of you know, sort of collusion, and then also the false pretense that's presented on the screen. You know, it contradicts itself at several key junctures, and then you know what's happening, right? So it's like, you know, so it's like the mask falls off at key times, key moments, right? And that lets you know more than you should, right, about what's happening.
That's not a very good mask because like people can see that as it happens. I see it all the time. I just stay away from the
Right.
panels that the mask
Right.
falls off.
Right, and that's why it's metaphorical. The whole acting and the mask type of thing. That is a metaphor for what is happening and being presented. Right, so that's more
So
also.
it's like there's like a live conspiracy right here within the panelverse.
I guess you could sort of put it that way, but it's more not really a conspiracy as just figuring out. It's like I said to Landry the other day, right? When I was up here, I said, well, it's all fine if somebody wants to play a character, right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? Many people have played characters, right? But when they also feign authenticity, that becomes the problem, right? So when you can't figure out where the reality is and the lie begins and the acting begins and the person is actually, who they are that's being projected on the screen, then it becomes the issue for the audience, right? Because it becomes scammy, right? So that is sort of the thing. It's like, what we're actually exposing is not acting; it's acting, non-acting, right? It's a blend of reality and acting, right? Which is actually, which is actually really important for people to understand, right?
I'm still trying to understand. So, like, when you can't tell the difference anymore between the acting and authenticity, that happens a lot on here. But how is that even a problem for an audience? Because the audience can decide to either continue to watch that person or, like, oh, I don't think this person's authentic anymore. I'm going to go watch somebody else.
It's because if you can, like, if you can curate lies, like the more confusion that there is, the more lies you can get away with. So I don't see a huge point in lying unless you're trying to do something nefarious.
People fall for it all the time. There's so many false storylines that they could just go back and watch a stream and dispel. But for some reason, people still fall for false narratives, even though
like we got this.
People blatantly lie about things that people could go verify for themselves and get away with it somehow.
Right. But here, like this is the thing is like, we have one of the characters, Moose, there in the chat, right? And he sort of admitted on a show that he's like an actor or whatever.
He's one of the actors.
Yeah, that he's acting, like playing a bit online or whatever, right? So then when pressed on it, right, then they'll say, well, you're a conspiratorial person. You think everyone's a fed and all this type of stuff. Nobody ever claimed that, right? So it's just interesting. It's actually a very strange way to deflect, right? If you think about it, right? Who actually says that when you try to claim that they just did something that they actually admitted to doing? Right, it's kind of weird. It's a weird way to deflect, for sure, right? So that goes to
like
another
you're on stream saying, "Hey, I'm an actor," and then when you ask them about it, like, "Look, you're on stream saying this," then they don't really address it.
No, they say, "Well, you think I'm a fed and all this stuff," and say, "Well, nobody ever said that."
Yeah,
it's
that's
kind of a weird
man.
response. Yeah, it's a very weird response to just a simple question, right?
Yeah, I get that a lot too. I don't understand it either. It doesn't seem in good faith.
Yeah. That's the thing is, like, if you start asking them questions, they like just don't give you any sort of a straight answer. And it's like,
and then that's when I just walk away. Like, I just leave. To me, it doesn't become an issue unless they start escalating or aggressing against me. Because even if I disagree with somebody's online presentation or how authentic they are or not, that's still not an actual problem when I have the ability to just not watch them. Now, if they took money from me under false pretenses and I gave them the money, I might try to expose that. Like, hey, look, beware, guys. I just gave my money to this person and it was all based on a lie.
Mm-hmm.
But materially, I don't see what the problem is.
It just shows. I mean, it just shows a willingness to not put truth forward first, and a willingness to tell lies.
Over.
Why would anybody have a willingness to tell lies? I mean, that's it. No, I understand that, but that's like criminally. It's like a criminal mindset.
Well, yeah, like a lot of these people come from the criminal underworld, or street gang life, street life.
There's a conspiracy. That's more conspiratorial than anything. You know, that's more conspiratorial.
Just from hearing their stories throughout. I've never talked to so many criminals in my life since being on here.
That's right. Or people in the military. They're either from jail or from the military. It's really weird.
Yeah. Or they were like starting gangs in the 3rd grade on the playground. Those people. But I also assume, because I notice, I see it all when I watch the panels, that other people see it too. They can see who's lying and whose stories don't match up, and I assume they just don't care because they're here for entertainment. And as long as it's entertainment.
And then there's another group. There's another group in there that will willingly choose to go along with the lies. You know, they're not just watching it like, oh, this is funny, to put down all these people and spread disinformation everywhere we go. You know, and they have a team of people, admittedly, proving coordination. So I don't like people who get together in groups and then coordinate lies. You know,
I guess that's useful to know if there's a group coordinating.
Yeah, but it's literally because they don't have any material, right? They don't have anything to talk about. Yeah, like Moose down there, like, oh, you're a schizophrenic, pseudo-intellectual. Like, it's just like, it's like, all right, buddy.
I guess.
Yeah, but it's like, all right, you know, it's like, that's a lot of stuff to assume about somebody that you don't even know, or make up stuff like I didn't write the book I wrote for no reason. I've never even met this guy. I've never met Moose in my life. I have no idea who he is.
Here's the fact is that
the fact,
here's the point.
Yeah, just a second, Brown.
Yeah.
You know, just for them to slander and make up lies about people they've never met before because they're scared that people will take over their space because they have no real talent. That's literally what it is, because they sit around on their shows. Well, they're really bad.
Oh,
here's the point. Here's the point.
No.
The point is,
yeah. I mean, everybody can like whatever they like, but it's like, you know,
I just have bad taste in good videos.
No, that's personal taste. You know, if somebody likes a video, that's their personal taste. But I'm talking about, like, where's the accolades of, like, you know, that this is a good quality video versus other people who've made the same product, right? This is what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about, like, having a actual, like, quality, you know, and if you actually do it on that level, these people actually produce mountains of trash and garbage, right? They actually don't produce stuff that's worth watching, right? Especially Moose, right? So that's actually a fact. But yeah, go ahead, Browns.
I completely disagree.
I mean,
well, you show me something that you think is good. Well, you show me something that you think is good.
It's just taste. So we just have
let's not even make this about. Let's not make this about the known liar Moose. He is an actor. Let's not even talk about this guy.
Yeah, I'm not talking about AI videos. I'm not talking about AI videos that. Yeah, like AI videos that you know, that you use to program.
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Okay.
Right.
Moose doesn't matter. He is a known liar, and let's just leave it there for now, because everything, you know, he's admitted liar. So there you go. That's the whole point of anything he says.
To come up tonight and address anything, will y'all let people address?
Well, it depends if he wants to be real, which he's proven he can't be, or not. I mean, we'll see. Whatever these clown people can. Let's just say this: people can do whatever they want. Let's see.
Let me ask you this question: how do you know when someone's being real or not? Because I
right there, like the guy just lied about me in the chat right there. So that's how you know if somebody's being real or not. It's actually very simple. You don't have to, complicate.
You don't think he was just making shit up to get a reaction out of you?
That's the same thing. That's the same thing. It's not being real.
I'm sure it's not meant to be friendly.
Yeah, but if you're making shit up to get a reaction out of somebody, you're not being real. It's a cowardly move. Acting. You don't know that person. You're acting. Exactly. That's exactly goes to the main point. It's right there in the chat. I don't have to prove that it's happening. Right? Okay. Like straight up.
He just got caught acting
Right. You just got caught acting live.
Live acting.
Yeah, like all in response to a video where you actually just admit that you're an actor. Like you're just so mad that you're willing to call people schizophrenic. You're willing to make up shit about people because you claim something yourself about yourself.
Let's think about this. Nobody was talking about. Nobody was bringing up Moose as the main example, right? But he has
That's
to. He has
true.
to. He feels some type of way where he's got to put a comment in there. You know, a guy who's an admitted actor has to put a comment that's a lie. Like that's really all you need to know.
But
you know, and here's what I was going to say:
standard for the panel, like of this purity that you expect. I know that people go around.
I was just gonna
saying live all the time.
Yeah. See, no one's like
it's a quality. It's a higher quality.
You guys hear
standard.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay. What I was gonna say is, in the real world, having your status be correct is important. Okay. So for an actor, it's not important. So they've already delineated from truth being first, and there's a legal way to correct your status. There's a lawful way to correct your status. And in these transcripts, there's people going around like him, going around literally spreading lies. So they're literally they're knowingly telling lies to multitudes of people. Why would they?
He's saying that's too of a high of a standard of purity because we're on the internet on shows that are considered entertainment anyways. So he's saying that's too of a high of a standard.
I'm just saying, like, how do you know what's true or not true from anybody? Anybody could be spreading lies. If it's about you personally, yeah, correct it. I've gotten lied about a few times, and I went on record correcting it.
Right, so it's about like getting to the truth and like being real. Like, why would we get personally offended if it's a truth about us and not just truth in general? Right, like because it's the same thing.
And
if somebody comes after an untruth about us, it's part of just because we're defending a truth about ourselves doesn't mean we're not defending truth in general. Right, obviously, right. So the truth in general exists. It's just that we only defend it when we're personally offended. Right, obviously.
Here's what I feel like I'm in a position to defend. It's truths about myself, unless I happen to know a fact about another person I can verify. I can jump in.
And what I'm thinking right now is, you know what? I'm going to correct their status for them. That's just where I'm at with it.
I'm not sure status works that way in the panelverse like it does in the real world.
I'm not sure either, but we're going to find out.
Well, I'm pretty certain I've already found out, but you're welcome to run the experiment yourself.
I don't know. I don't know anyone
runs off truth and consistency and authenticity.
Cool. Yeah,
it runs more like high school. It's more tribal and vibe based.
Yeah, that's one way to describe it. But what kind of scams were you seeing in high school that were going on with coordination to knowing? Huh?
They made us sell chocolate bars. We had to like go door to door and sell a certain amount of chocolate bars.
That's what they're doing. They're selling bunk chocolate bars,
but you don't have to buy.
Yeah, we got some bunk chocolate bar salesmen around here. No, but I can also tell other people about it. Like, hey, this dumb guy, this liar over here is selling bunk shit, guys. Watch out,
Well, you're going to expose it tonight on your show, right? I don't want you to use my platform for that. But tonight you're saying that the lies are coming out.
Yes, I'm holding back. I'm actually going to hold back on them quite a bit. So it's going to be funny. We're going to see what people, how they react to things. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, like some of these dudes are delusional. Like
a space to do that away from here.
Yeah, like some of these dudes are straight delusional. Like they think they're fooling people, like or whatever. Right, so that's part of their delusion that they're experiencing. All right.
But if they think they're fooling people, but they're actually not, then that means people are already onto them.
No, because it's not necessarily being onto it. It's just about supporting bad entertainment. So you don't actually have to talk about or think about pre-Socratic or shit like that.
That's like I said, that's like
Well,
90% of YouTube to me.
well, Jeff,
I'm allowed to talk shit about it if
I'm
I
here
want
for
to.
bad entertainment.
Well,
Right,
I'm
no,
trying to
the
provide
point-
bad entertainment.
What?
point
Right, but I'm
is-
allowed to talk shit about it if I want to. If I see garbage,
Yeah,
I'm allowed to make a show saying this is trash.
Absolutely.
Right. Everyone knows that, but there's a separation that's going on. The cream will rise to the top or whatever. Okay, these if people
Cream
want to
will
like
trickle.
get if people want to go around and knowingly present false lies or knowingly present lies, and that's all they do, you're going to get some videos made about you that are going to make you look like shit. I'm sorry, it's not even my
Right.
fault.
Right.
You know?
So you're playing videos tonight as well? That's part
Oh
of it?
yeah, yeah. There's
Oh,
a
The
lot of
evidence.
clips. Yeah, there's a lot
Got
of
the
clips
evidence,
involved.
bro.
Yeah, there's evidence involved. Right. See, this is the thing.
Got the proof.
People like to see the clips.
The receipts.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
everyone gets to tell their story. Like I said, I'm trying my best to document accurate things about people who all they do is document inaccurate things. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm actually.
Yeah, like here's an interesting here's an interesting thing, right? So remember Landry was on a show, right? I'm saying that he wanted to work with Alex Stein or whatever, right? And then we like pushed I guess then like Brown's boy pushed him on this, right? And said, "Hey, are you working for Alex Stein or whatever?" Because they had appeared together on a show, right? That I guess Landry had done some editing for called Baby Truther Show, right? So we had looked at so we looked at this video with him in Jaronism on Alex Stein, right? On this Baby Truther Show or whatever, right? So essentially, right, later Landry makes a video, right, where he's appearing as Alex Stein's cameraman, right, saying, "Oh, actually, I do work for Alex Stein, and Brown's boy is a prophet. He predicted that this would happen."
Okay.
So I don't know. I just think that's really interesting, right? I just think that's a really coincidental, interesting set of events that obviously can't be explained with plausible, like theories or whatever. But it is just an interesting connection that was made.
Are y'all
Yeah, I
gonna
like that.
have any material left for a show?
Oh yeah.
If y'all keep
Oh, yeah,
revealing
dude.
it.
Oh, this is nothing. This
Yeah,
is
that was
nothing
nothing.
right now.
Yeah, that was nothing. That was like tip of the thing or whatever. That's just an example of something that Brown's boy apparently predicted or whatever, even right, which is funny. But, or they claim that Brown's boy predicted it. That's the key part. We don't know if he was already working for him for sure.
That Browns boy might be.
Maybe Alex Stein works for me. No, I'm not going to start any stupid.
Well, folks, if you enjoy this type
That
of
was a
content,
joke.
and want more, be sure
It was
and
a joke,
catch
everyone out there.
Browns Boys channel tonight at 7:30 Eastern for 30%.
It's TML's channel.
Yeah.
Oh, not on yours?
Yeah, it's on TML's.
No, he doesn't do
Oh,
live.
On TML's, the
Yeah,
Machine
that's right.
Lies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I have the link up for it, so it is there.
So
All right,
what
listen,
else is going on?
I like to keep these things short and sweet, But so I'm gonna get going. I gotta find this outline that I wrote. I don't know where I put it, so I'll see you guys later.
Okay. Next time you come up, maybe you'll have something interesting to talk about besides the drama.
That's
I'm
all
being
he's about.
serious. Like I love having conversations with Browns about topics. I'm just,
Yeah, that's
I'm
kinda his-
burnt out on the. I don't have anything to add to it. I've said my piece on all of it, and I don't want my channel to be drama central.
I know exactly
Like
what you mean.
House for everybody's drama.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it gets hectic. Yeah, but this whole thing about pre-Socratics, right? This is an interesting angle. Sadly, I only have like 2 minutes left. I have to go to the congregational prayer. But if you're still on in an hour, I want to come back and talk to you about it because it's very
Okay, and is that something you're going to touch on your show tonight?
No, but I have touched on it in the opening presentations for like the last 10 shows or so. I'm even going through a complex history of Pythagoreanism, right? And all this type of stuff. We actually read several fragments, right? Actually Thales. We did Anaximander, we did Anaximenes, right? We just started with Heraclitus, right? We also read some ideas from Philolaus of Croton. Now, Philolaus of Croton actually presents a direct link between the Pythagoreans and Plato because Plato actually quotes him, right? And he was a student of Pythagoras, right? So there's a direct link. And with the teachings of Philolaus, right?
It seems like they're still not sure about the relationship of Pythagoreanism to Orphism, whether it grew out of or was influenced by or developed independently.
Well, it's connected to Zoroastrianism, right? Orphic Pythagoreanism is like, it's connected to the Mithraic teachings, right? And I think the students, of Pythagoras, they obviously believed in, reincarnation and the transmigration of the souls, right? So then wherever this doctrine appears, right, in its sort of religious form, like for example,
that came out of the north, like from the Thracian shamans, supposedly.
Yeah. So
and then it developed into this notion of this detachable occult self that follows the person from lifetime to lifetime, and it eventually in Plato got transformed into his concept of the rational soul.
Right. And it goes on until Christianity. Like in Christianity, you have a teaching called Docetism, right? And some of the Gnostics were like proponents of of the ideas of reincarnation and all this stuff, right? And they sort of got a lot of Neo-Pythagorean influence, right? So there's a whole effect that this has. I guess on the teachings of the Second Temple Jews, right? So there's a whole effect that these teachings have on the Alexandrian Jews, right? And there's a bunch of Christian teachers, right? Like Boethius and a bunch of other, guys who developed things like the trivium and the quadrivium, right? And they use Pythagoras for that. So it finds its way into the occult teachings all the way until like the medieval times, right?
Yeah.
So it's really interesting.
And then it all starts to synthesize, and then eventually you have the scientific revolution and science starts to develop out of it. But then all the non-scientific part just keeps getting transformed into other cultural things.
Yeah, I think Galileo
actually romanticism and then the modern world.
Yeah, I think Galileo quoted the whole dictum of Pythagoras that all is number. So if I like just look at the effect that Pythagoras had on Plato, right, and then the effect that Plato had on Western philosophy, and then the whole idea that like math is the highest form of learning, right, or whatever. Because I guess Pythagoras said like all is number.
Yeah, math, music, and there was one more. Plato said were the three highest forms
maybe
of
geometry,
languages of the imagination.
Yeah.
Maybe it was astrology.
I think maybe astrology or geometry or something like that. I know he had a statement above his academy that said, "Let no one enter here who is ignorant of geometry," right, or something like that. So yeah, blessings to you, Jeff. I'll come back soon. I got to go to the congregation.
Okay, prayer. Yeah, if I'm still on, please do. If not, I'll try to peek in tonight.
Yeah, if you're still on in an hour. Yeah. If not, stop by tonight. Blessings. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Yeah.
Have a good day. Thank you. Peace. Man, that's the kind of meaty stuff I like. So yeah, the fascination for me is when you look that far back in time, and we're talking almost 2,000 years. How similar it is. Like people don't change that much over just a few thousand years. the same nature, the same issues. They're wrestling with the same conflicts, internal and external, etc. All right, why don't we get our boogie shoes back on? All right, well, unless you have something else, if anybody else wants to come up. I think I'm going to wind it down. I still would like to do Spinal Tap too at some point in the Discord if anybody's interested. I haven't seen it yet. We're going to do Friday tonight, our Friday night free-for-all, and hopefully an Antler night tomorrow. All right, people, stay cool. Have a good day. I will see you later tonight for that free-for-all thing, which may be, actually, I think TML might be hosting the free-for-all. We'll see what happens. I'll still be out at some point doing something. All right, take care, folks.